Hello and welcome. Welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast, where in which I just did the millennial pause. I mean, how are you supposed to know that it's recording without pausing to make sure that it's recording? That's what I don't get. It's like it makes sense. The millennial pause makes a lot of sense. It's just that you can tell exactly who a millennial is by the fact that they pause when they are talking about when they're doing like a video. I swear I'm not. I'm a Gen Z. Yeah. Um. Well, no. Yeah, I am a Gen Z. I was born in 2003. But yeah, no. It's actually it was actually kind of um. It's kind of funny with the stuff with um like my support group because there is a member who I'm friends with who is like on the younger side of Gen Z. She was born in 2008. Yeah, so she turns 18 this year. And like Gen Z kind of goes on until like 2012. So she's like kind of in the younger, yeah, she is in the younger part of Gen Z. So I often have to go to her to I have to ask her what these terms mean and stuff like the skivvy stuff. Like I get that it's just a head in a toilet and it does a mashup of two songs. Like I know what those two songs are. I've watched skibidi videos. Oh my god, wait, what is my podcast becoming? Like I've watched stuff and I understand that it is a toilet and there's a head in it and that it is funny, I think. Like I don't personally think it's funny at all. I don't get why also I don't get why it would be funny, but I guess if someone is happy, I'm happy that they're happy. Like I'm completely okay with them enjoying that and having a good old time. I am just not understanding it at all. You know? You know. Also, I'm just checking to see. Oh god, dude. Well, that's out. I was going to do an episode on Close Your Eyes, but I've already done one about them. Other ones. What have I not talked about? I talked about Aldi, didn't I? Oh god, this is cringe. I am sure that someone is like, Sophie, how do you not know what you're talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about because I just knew I needed to record for an episode today, like tonight, but I didn't know when, like what I would be talking about. Which doesn't that sound like the biggest? We already know this about you, Sophie. You do not need to. I'm trying to remember what I've talked about recently. I've talked about like things I don't want to be true. There's a group called Waker that just disbanded or released something. I think they just released something. The Smarter remix from the Seraphim. That's with you. That's all the stuff from like last year. Oh god. This, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why I need to get it together. I need to stop doing this to myself because it's only going to be more annoying for me. Have I talked about the group that Jaejoong was making? Tell me, Jaejoong, tell me. How a child? Oh, of course it's not going to. I'm gonna put in code, and then it is something in the X. Are we gonna? Are in the X okay? Have we talked about? No, no, we haven't. Okay, so we're gonna talk about in the X. I love how we're however minutes, 6.5 minutes in, and we've not even started talking. I mean, to be fair, this is me. This is me all over. Okay, so In the X, also known as the In the X Project, and previously known as InCode Trainees, is an 11. My cats are fighting outside because I've shut the door. Is an 11-member South Korean pre-debut boy group under InCode. The members are Masato, Taekwon, Sen, Sun Jiang, Pen Jinyu, Hyunmin, Sena, Heru, Jaein, Manu, and Rukia, and they'll debut hopefully this month, in January. But considering how most debut rollouts tend to kind of span a little bit of time, like at least a month from memory, I don't know if they'll debut like this month, maybe like February, March time, but hopefully in the first half of the year. So, first up we have is Masato. Aoi Yagi Masato, born on the 21st September 2003, making him a Virgo and a sheep. Same star sign as me. And he was on Boys 2 Planet ranking 17th, which I think most of these members have actually been. Yeah, I think that most of them have been on like TV shows, so I think I have talked about them, but we'll get to know them soon. Next one we have is Taekwon Taekwon. He was born on the 6th of June 2004, making him a Gemini and a monkey. And he was on Project 7 in 30th place and fanpick. Sen Shibuya was born on the 25th of December 2005, making him a Capricorn and a Rooster, and he was on Boys 2 Planet that was eliminated in episode 8 and ranked 32nd place. Next member we have is Sun Jiang. He was born on the 5th of January 2006, making him a Capricorn and a Rooster, and he was born in Chengdu in Sichuan in China, and has a younger sister, joined InCode in 2025. And was a former contestant on Starlight Boys and Boys 2. Next one we have is Peng Jinyu, born on the 10th of March 2006, making him a Pisces and a dog. And he was born in Bazong in Sichuan in China. He also joined InCode in 2025 and was on Boys 2 Planet. Next one we have is Hyunmin. Park Hyun-min. He was born on the 16th of May 2006, making him a Taurus and a dog. And it just says he has an older sister, so not much to note about him. Next one we have is Sena, Kaito Sena. He was born on the 5th of August 2007, making him a Leo and a pig. We don't know anything else about him. Teru, Kawahata Teru, sorry. Born on the 19th of October 2007, making him a Libra and a pig, and he was born in Shiga in Kyoto, Japan, and has an older brother. Next one we have is Jin Jaein. He was born on the 20th of October 2007, making him a Libra and a pig, and he was born in Walgi-dong in Nowon-gyu in Seoul, South Korea, and has an older brother and a younger sister. Next we have is Manu Choi Man-ho, or Manu Choi. He was born on the 27th of February 2009, making him a Pisces and an ox. And he returned to South Korea in the 5th grade of elementary school after living in Malaysia for a while, and he has a younger sister. Sorry about that, my sister just came in to put the cats' food down, and I just kind of, my brain broke for like a hot second. And we have Rukia. He's technically born on the 31st of March 2009, making him an Aries and an Op. So 2008, right? No, sorry. So Manu and Rukia, they are minors. And the rest of the members, they're all adults, which, you know what, I do appreciate these smaller companies. They are willing to have Well, they are willing to like debut the adults, which I can appreciate. I know that SM they have they do debut young people, but when we've seen like with NCT, with Rise, with Red Velvet, they do debut older trainees, but they obviously still do debut the younger ones. I think the eldest trainee that debuted in Hive had to have been Heesung, James or Jin from Enhypen, Quartus, and BTS. Yeah, yeah, I think they don't do older trainees. GYP. This is a good test on Idol's ages at debut. Dang. Bang Chen was 20. Ian was 16. So, like, the kids are young. They are young. History does show, though, that they don't always they aren't always young. They are certainly skewed towards that, and I feel like often it's the headlines that say like, "Oh my god, like we started to enter like the age of people being born in the 2010s that are debuting," and like I can see that. I can understand where that's coming from, but the youngest, but like if someone was built to be born in like 2012, they would be like 14 this year and like Boa debuted when she was 13. So it's not out of the ordinary from K-pop. Like they've always been young. But I think we are going to start to shift less into people born in the early 2000s now who are debuting even from these smaller companies. Which obviously is a shame, I want to see people who are younger than me, myself, who are older than myself even, debuting. But, it is kind of a fact that these people are not trainees. They are, you know, developing their careers. They're not going to try and become idols. And that literal kids are options. Companies are going to take those options, So as much as I would prefer like 2003, 2006 being the debut age, or like even up to like early birthday 2008 liners. Like I would say that is like the best age range if you're gonna debut still. But obviously it's not really an option for these companies to debut older idols, especially ones older trainees, especially those who come from South Korea, just because of like the military service. But these younger trainees, they are still around. Older trainees are around. It just depends on kind of what company you're under as to if you can still debut when you're like 23, which is going to be my age in August. So yeah, if you, sorry, a bit of noise. I'm going to plug in my laptop in a minute. If you are just here for In the Get, thank you as always for listening. I always do appreciate it. But if you want to stick around to hear about my own life, my personal life, the life outside the Boys Club podcast, please do stick around with so is still here. I did mention it on the last episode that I wasn't feeling too well, which I recorded for like on Tuesday. So I haven't recorded for like a week nearly. And today's the next Monday for the episode coming out tomorrow. So again, I've not recorded in like a week. It's been really weird. But the reason for this is because I've not really felt too well. I've not been like ill, thankfully. But the tummy just hasn't been feeling too good. You know, when you just have like those times when like you just your tummy's got the ick and you just kind of want to not be around people and just not do the life thing. That is kind of what I was doing. So yeah, also like obviously I went to my support group. I'm thankfully feeling a lot better. I was like, I don't know. I was thinking of getting like 90s, right? So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with like the waistband stuff because like for some reason having like tight waistbands just makes the weird feelings kind of that's like a tummy ache, you know, like the anxious feelings worse. So I was like, okay, well, I don't really know as to like the pajamas, like if do I want to get like regular pajamas, but they don't really sell them at the moment because it's like Christmas, it's not Christmas, like it's winter time, so you have like long sleeved, like you have long sleeve tops and long leg pant like trousers. So I was like, okay, well, I don't really want to get stuff like that. God no. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just see what's on sale from Argos, which is like, I don't even know what you would call it. Argos. Let's have a look. Give me a Wikipedia page, please. It's like, I guess it's quite similar to like, oh, I don't know what the equivalent would be. It's just sort of like a warehouse thing. In that it's in a lot of like supermarkets, right? So like you can go to Sainsbury's and you typically have an Argos in there and it's very small, like the amount of space that they have is very small, but they have a lot of shelves. It's very warehousey and they sell like bedding. They sell a lot of like Sainsbury's bedding and Sainsbury's clothes. They sell like pans, pots and pans. They sell jewelry. They sell like they just I don't know how else to kind of describe it other than you'd almost have to come over and like see it for yourself. But it's like so strange. But, you know, I like it. My sister worked there, so I just quite like it for like the convenience, to be quite frank. So like we don't have to go to like a bigger place to go shopping it for things that like a bigger Sainsbury's would sell. You can just order them into Argos. It's just weird. Like I really don't know how to describe it if I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, so I bought like five, I think, 90s on sale. Well, I bought two of them and I weren't on sale, but like three of them were. And they were £5. And the one's not on for sale for like 8. So I thought it was, you know, it was gonna be like all right to all those things. But yeah, that is that's been going on in Sophie Life pretty much for like last week. Thank you as always for listening, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.